Hello, well, welcome back to your favorite show, Unfiltered. And we're going to have a ball here today because my guest for Unfiltered today, this man was born unfiltered. This man is naturally unfiltered. So trust me, we're going to have a ball here, man. And of course, let me tell you, we're coming to you live and direct from the cafe at Cactus Creek. By the way, before I say anything, this cafe is called Plug and Play, which means bring your laptops anytime, come and sit down and serve your internet as long as you want. You can be here the whole day to serve, no problem at all. Let me tell you a quick thing. If you are interested in coming in, plugging and playing, I'm going to give you a WhatsApp number. Don't call this number. Just send a WhatsApp and then a representative will call you. Send it to 054 479 2100. 054 479 2100. Come plug and play. It's just for people who want to sit down and concentrate and do work on their internet. But Makabia, who do we have here today, man? Somebody who really needs no introduction. This man is fiery, talented, from musician, a very astute musician, to politics, and a very dynamic politician as well. Let me keep quiet and welcome my son. The son, people know as APLUS. APLUS, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on Unfiltered.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Pleasure. So we're going straight up, man. APLUS. You have many fans in Ghana. People love you, they respect you, and one of the main things they respect about you is your uprightness. As you see it. And then all of a sudden there's this news that what's the name? Giftowari at National, had some scandal. And they say, oh, Charlie, there was a media man who was in it who was paid big money to control the media.
We also have evidence that in November 2024, and listen to this carefully, the CEO of the National Service Scheme and others paid a Ghanaian MP to kill the story in the media and to defend them.
I'm saying, really? Back and forth. APLUS, within a bar. You trust your power, so your friendship power. So, talk to me. What happened?
Yeah, but I think that I did the right thing. There was a court that placed an injunction on the report that the Fourth Estate wanted to air. And so the guys came and said that they also have to be heard. And I think that everybody deserves to be heard. It is important to give everybody a hearing. And once the media is there for everybody to tell their side of the story, there's nothing wrong with arranging for people to tell their side of the story, especially when the judge has said, don't air this. And then based on that, they want to...
Would you know why the judge didn't want it aired?
Yeah, because they also raised their own issues. And these were the issues that they wanted the media to tell the entire nation. And so once they have raised their issues and the judge says that, okay, then hold on, don't air it. And they want to go and tell the public that this is what the judge has said, and based on this, and this is our side of the story. It is just okay to let people tell their side of a story. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, later it came out, all the allegations that we have heard came out, and it makes me feel like the money that they paid for their press conference was small. If I knew that if I had heard about all of this, they would have. Then it means that they had to give me plenty money. Media, if you want to tell your story and want me to organize.
So what was the agreement? What we heard, and correct me if I'm wrong. What we heard was that the news was very damaging, and you are one influential person in the media that they thought they could pay you, and you will control the news, if possible, spin it and make them look good. Was that?
How is it possible to control all the people that are on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube? The world has changed. Anybody who says that somebody can spin some news and change the entire narrative does not understand the time that you're in. The media has been democratized. Everybody people have their own media. All you need is a mobile phone. And then so how are you going to find all the people who are doing videos on TikTok and say that I want to stop all that is how is that possible? The focus is I have an issue, I have a side of a story to tell. And to think that you are so influential that you can decide what KSM has to say, what Samson has to say at Joy FM. But it is very simple. I have an issue, I have a side of my story to tell. I can arrange for you to tell your side of the story. I can organize your press conference for you. I can bring the media together for you. I can bring the bloggers to hear your side. Tell your side of the story, because if you go to court today, the judge will ask your side of the story. And your side of the story must be told.
So basically
And I don't move my car from my house to go around helping people to tell their stories for free. If you want me to help you to tell your side of the story.
So what I just want to clear is that you came in just to make sure that the side of the story is heard.
Of course. Even now that they're going to court up and down, if they have a side of a story and they want to tell and they think that I can be of help, they should bring money. I will just arrange for their side of the story. That's not my side of the story. It's them.
Okay. So contrary to what we heard, that they had engaged you specifically for influencing in a certain direction, you said no. You wanted them to be able to tell their side of the story.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. APLUS. Okay. So let's move on. So now that we said that, what are your opinions though of this whole issue of the loot, and people have looted money, and we have to recover the money, all that, all those issues that Ghana is currently contending with? What's your general opinion of that?
I think that this government is doing very well. It is depressing to hear how much people have stolen. On my way here, somebody called me and said that she was invited to one of the security agencies. She was invited by one of the security agencies, and she appeared there, and they said that she had taken some money from one state agency, and her name and her number, and she doesn't know anything about it. It means that there were people who were even using people's names to take money from the state that the people didn't know about.
So this person was saying that her name has been
used
to take money.
Yes, and they showed her the checks that were paid into an account that she knows nothing about. Like so many issues. And you see, Ghanaians are a different breed of people. If you look at the kind of votes, the kind of results that we had in the last election, it tells you that they are conscious of everything that is going on. They know what they want. If we had not voted against these people, all of these would not have come out. They have taken just too much, just too many allegations. There are some that will be investigated and people will be set free. But when you listen to some of the stories, and there are a lot of them, there are a lot of these guys who are very strong, very powerful, very influential in the system. And they are part of the people who want the special prosecutor removed. Because they want that office closed down.
So you think the whole agenda about the...
It was well orchestrated.
It's an orchestrated agenda?
Yeah, of course.
And who's behind it?
And the president will not fall for it. A lot of people are behind it. But the president will not fall for it. Mahama has come from district level all the way to president, stayed home 8 years, and come back as president. It is very difficult to play games whilst he is president of Ghana. Yeah, he's a very serious man. And all of these guys, they know that once the issue goes to Kisieja, look, me, I have just decided to be this kind of person whose focus is on Gomwa. I want to build a whole new Gomwa. I'm not interested in a lot of issues.
Oh, we'll be getting to that.
Yes.
Your free zones project and everything.
Yes. But when you ask like people like who, there are just too many people in this system, and they like to fight with us. But
what do you mean us? Who is us?
With people like us, like Oliver Vomeworm, like Kwame APLUS, like Kevin Taylor. They like to fight with people like us. There are a lot of them in this government, but my focus has shifted drastically
From
trying to solve every problem in Ghana to trying to solve the issues in Gomua. And so sometimes I just listen, I shake my head, and I move. So long as it doesn't affect Gomua directly. But most of these people in the system, this whole special prosecutor issue that is going back and forth, they know what they are doing. They know that if you are not careful, the special prosecutor will start talking. The special prosecutor is not like me. If John Mahama likes, he should appoint me special prosecutor. I will mention, like, he is a gentleman, he's using the law and those. We are buga buga. You understand? Like Canadian, like we will mention your name. Like me, I'm special prosecutor, Deputy Shatawale. We don't care.
Deputy Shatawale.
Yeah. Like we don't care. But he's a nice person. Even when you are trying to do. You are trying to orchestrate this whole, all the lies and trying to make him look like the bad one. He will still try to use due process. But we know what they are doing. Too much money has been stolen from the system. And the people who stole the money from this system, some of them shared the money with the people who are in the system now.
And when you say the people who are in the system, who is in the system now?
Like people who are in this government shared money with the people who are in the previous government. We know all of them. Just that I'm saying that my focus have shifted. If you step on my toe, I will come at you. But I've moved because it would divide my attention. My attention must be Gomua, hungry people, hungry kids, bad roads, water, health facilities. I just want to concentrate, at least for a while. But what I'm saying is that the kind of corruption that has gone on, if you use my name to go and take money, at least call me and give me small to chop. You are using people's names to take money, and you are chopping alone. Why? If you hear the amount of money that people have taken, $280 million. And
go ahead.
You find it. I don't know if Ghanaians understand dollar. Yeah, like when you hear that some people have taken $280 million. I don't know.
So does it frustrate you though? And speaking of Kisija being, I think most of Ghanaians are frustrated because they say they want to see action. And you are saying that those who are actually agitating for its removal because there's no action are actually part of the people who are somewhat related to the loot?
A lot of people, are, like the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, stated that we have to look at the institution. He didn't say that we have to abolish the office of the special prosecutor entirely. He said that we have to get what we are giving you a budget, and we want to get some returns. The country must get some returns from the budget that we are giving to you. We have to see real action on the ground. We have to see people being prosecuted for.
There are some agencies, I think, in fact, this morning I heard you people talking about one of them, that is the OSP. And if you recall, during the deliberation on the OSP, a number of us stated on the floor of this house that there's no constitutional basis. But we wanted to signal to the world that we are going to fight corruption. At the end of the day, we have seen the results. And we cannot continue to allocate that huge sums to the same office when we are not getting the results. This is one of the agencies we should be looking at. It's getting almost the same amount like the Attorney General's Department. Please, let's face the bull by the horns and make sure that the right thing is done.
He never called for the abolition of the office of the special prosecutor. And this is what, if we don't like the special prosecutor, we have to remove him with due process. We have to remove him, but with due process. But you cannot say that because we are not seeing action, we must abolish the whole office of the special prosecutor. So okay, there is armed robbery in Ghana, so let's abolish the Ghana Police Service, because we have not been able to stop armed robbery. Yes, arrest all the armed robbers. How does that work? Just having that office alone may deter people from engaging in some corrupt activities. Just having the office. And so it is important for us to have the office. If we think that we are not satisfied with the administrator, what do? But does he have a board? The administrator, does he have a board? There are so many things that you need to strengthen the office of the special prosecutor. And this is what John Mahama said throughout the campaign, that we need to strengthen this office, because he wants to fight corruption. But if you come and say, let's abolish it entirely, has the Attorney General's office been able to prosecute everybody? There are cases where you go to court and they say Attorney General is not coming, so then the court, the case has been whatever.
So just as simple as it is, you think all these calls to abolish the office are completely unfair, and it's a conspiracy thing? People are determined to conspire. This is an agenda.
And if you are not careful, people will use you. That's why I said these days I'm very careful. If you're not careful, people will use you. You may be a parliamentarian, and then people will have their own interests. They will try to convince you, and they will use you for their agenda. And then you will turn around and see that you have been used. You will make all the noise, and you think and you believe strongly that this is what has to be done. Because of this, somebody is using you. And those who use people don't come directly. They know who to use, who to go through to use who. So if you are not careful, you support something, you believe in something, but you later turn around and to know that somebody was using you. We have been used so many times. Look, the APLUS that you know, there's so many times that I've gone to people to say, I'm sorry. It doesn't take anything away from you. Like Brian Champon. One day, let me tell you the story.
Tell me.
So one day in 2017, after Akufo-Addo won the election, then a group of people came to me and said they went to Brian Champon's house. And when they went, Brian Champon was planning against me and what he was going to do and so and so and so.
Planning against you? Why?
Yes, because I had made some statement that he was not happy about, and he said that he would show me where power lies. And that time we were hot-blooded. Like Brian Champon wants to show me, okay, I want to take the fight to his territory. I'm not even waiting for him to bring his show. Like I want to go and play a show for him. So I started attacking, like, you want to fight? Okay, I'm bringing the fight to you. Let's fight.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Like, I can't wait. 2 years or so later, I saw that I was being used by somebody who was feeding me with some information, because both of them were looking for the same position. And you know, at that time, Akufo-Addo had not appointed his ministers. So they were all looking for one position. And so they had some information, whether true or not false, about Brian. And then they wanted to use me. And they'll give me, that guy, he said, he fight with you. Look, he even did this. He even did that. And I was all out. Later, I realized that I was used. So what do I do? So I went to Brian. I said, listen, I want to apologize to you. It doesn't take anything from you. It doesn't take anything away. I said,
all the time you're promising to take the fight to him. Did he react?
Yes, he went to court. He sued me for defamation, but he didn't follow through. Okay. He had to do something. But when I realized that I was wrong, I had to go to him. So what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of people in this system who will take you on a wild goose chase. And then you get there and you realize that you have made a sad mistake. And everybody must be careful when they engage in some of these things.
Is it your contention that most of the people that you are saying are behind an agenda to go for the special prosecutor are being used by other people?
Some of them. Yeah. There are some of them that I've met and I've told them that this person is using you. Like some of them, yes. I've told
Let
them.
me mention a name. Martin Kpebu is one of the most vociferous people when it comes to this. Is he being used?
Martin Kpebu is my friend.
He's a friend.
I like him. Like, he's not a friend that I meet every day, but he's somebody that I like. You see, I like people like Shatawale, Kevin Taylor, Trini Jonas. I like people who are outspoken. I may not agree with what you have to say, even about me, but I'll defend to death your right to say it. Just say it. It doesn't change anything. You go on YouTube, everybody has said everything about APLUS. It won't change anything. So I like Martin Kpebu. But Martin must also not be an educated chairman to me under John Mahama.
What do you mean by an educated chairman?
Yes. You cannot go attend an invitation by a security agency, and you are a lawyer. You know the law. You have been invited. I have been invited by NIB. I have been invited by CID. Who is going to kill you? What is going to happen there? But you see, you cannot go to such a place and go with your own police or whatever. Go with maybe say bloggers. Go with you are bigger than that.
Is that what he did?
And when you go, you want to show them that you are in power. That's why they have to arrest you. Nobody is above the law. I know everybody in Ghana. At the lunch of my special economic zone, Sir Sam Jonas sat down for 2 hours. The Speaker of Parliament sat down for 2 hours. I even wanted him to speak. We say he's enjoying the program. Atumo, Alex Mood, name them. I know everybody in Ghana. I know Otunfo. I know everybody. But if NIB invites me, do I go with boys and say, hey, yeah, who are you? No, it doesn't work like that. You don't do that.
I guess the law is the law.
The law is the law.
No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law.
And you have to go there. And when you know the law, you know that nothing will happen, especially when you have not done anything wrong. You know the law. Okay, you have invited me. I have gone to places and people have asked me questions. I said, do you want to charge me or you want to, is it an invitation to assist you or you are charging me for a crime? So I want to assist. I said, I don't want to assist you again.
What else?
Yeah, what else? I don't want to assist you. If you want to charge me for a crime, charge me for a crime. Then we will start the whole conversation. It's not by force.
Yeah.
Am I paid to solve homicide? Am I paid to solve corruption? Who pays me to do that job? So I don't want to assist you. Just go. You must use the law. And look, dollar can come to 5. Dollar can come to 1, 2 cedis equal $1. If you continue on a certain path, trying to be all powerful, trying to feel like you are untouchable, Ghanaians will vote against you. Yeah, Ghanaians will vote against you, and the government must be very careful. 8 years in opposition was not easy, and they must be very careful. And Martin himself, honestly, I like him. However, I think that some of the things that he did was wrong.
Have you told him?
No, I'm telling him now.
And he's listening.
They will show it to him. But it doesn't take away. People have made just too many mistakes. I keep telling people that God has always given me a second chance. Am I that special? So everybody makes mistakes. But when you are able to acknowledge that, I made a mistake, and you apologize, you gain a lot of followers, a lot of support, irrespective of what you did.
And so that's you. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. Yes, we just have to move on.
Quickly, let me pick your brains. Mahama. For me, what I like about the whole idea is that he says Ghana needs a reset.
We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana.
We need to reset our mentality. There are so many things that we need to reset. Let me pick your brains quickly. What do you think about the whole agenda of resetting, and where do we start resetting if I believe in it?
I think that I don't know who came up with a resetting agenda, but whoever came up with that idea is a very smart person, and I believe that John Mahama came up with that resetting agenda. You know, John Mahama is a very smart man. And we have to reset almost every institution, which includes our mindset.
Probably starts with our mindset.
Many of us have failed to think like Yang Green. Look, in Ghana, a lot of people, they die. You look at the body, the body old, tired. You see the body lying down. You open the head, brain, brand new. Oh, wow. Brand new brain. He didn't use it. It's dead. That is why I beat them in the election. Remember when I came here for the interview, I said, any research in this country that says that Kwame APLUS will lose the election is fake. I'm surprised that people are wasting their money to campaign. They will lose. Yes. Any research that says APLUS won't win in Gomwa Central is fake. I knew from day one. Because you see, the reason why I do some of the things I do and the reason why I say some of the things I say is because, look, you see, these people, I see behind them. They are thinking, and I'm thinking ahead of them. So I knew that this is the politics that you guys do. Like all this is the same politics that you do. And I have jumped into the race, and you are coming to do the same politics with me, I will beat you. Like, I'll beat you, simple. So I knew.
What is the kind of politics that they do that you knew about?
So I'll go to the reset, and I'll come there. We have to reset our brain. We don't want to use our brains.
Why is that?
We have Marine Drive. We want to build Marine Drive. Since Kwame Nkrumah's time, we want to build Marine Drive. Now, this is the resetting. The government, John Mahama, can come to them and say, I want to continue Marine Drive. Tourism people, it is whether they want to support John Mahama to do it. And John Mahama can't be in the Ghana Tourism Authority office every day trying to make sure that every proposal, every document, every business plan is put together. No, he can't do it. So he just has to leave it with them. Then you go to another ministry, you go to another agency. I will not mention names of agencies that I have dealt with who are useless. Ever since I tried to build a new industrial park in Gomwa that will employ over 300,000 people, I've met just too many useless government officials. And when I look at them, I know that with these people, Ghana will never develop, and they are taking salary.
Quickly, are they useless?
Very.
They can't think what they're doing, or simply because they are so evil, they are trying to prevent.
It is both. It is both. You see, you are evil. Your brain is not. It's not good. It cannot be used for anything useful. So you are useless. Evil thinking. You are very useless. You have a very useless brain. Because if you have a useful brain, you have to use it for something. So if you are evil and we can't use it for anything, you are useless. I'm going to talk about those who have shown interest, commitment, who call me and say, hey, you know, this thing, I've just thought about something. Who meet me and say, do you know something? Like majority leader. He meets me and said, and look, your thing that you are doing, you can do this. Mahama Yariga, I want you to do this. And he's constantly speaking to me about some of the things that we can do. And one day he would jokingly say, hey, my constituency people, when you are doing, we have to do, so some business will come here, some business will come here. The things that you can do at your place so that we can be sharing, you understand. Like Elizabeth Ofuswejari, trade minister, superb. And it looks like the ministers themselves, a lot of them, John Mahama knows why he put them there. That is the resetting we are talking about. Because for a minister to call you and say, I want us to discuss this, your thing. I want us to do this. I want us to do this.
You'll be getting calls like that?
Yeah. But immediately it goes down there. The resetting has not reached there. The resetting is not there yet. Then you go to some agency. People will spend one whole month talking about one very simple thing. You need just a response for a letter that says that we have received your letter and we are discussing it and we'll get back to you 3 months. But you go to a place like Free Zones Authority, Madam Mary will see, fantastic woman. She is the one that will call you. No, take this one out. You see, if you put this one in, it will become like this. Then you go to another agency and most of the problem, number one, the politician wants to win their next election. So the main issue is the civil servants at the ministry, chief director, what director. These are and every day they talk about the politician. But these guys, you need to reset. Look, we have public services commission. They give them money. Atoforsen, give them money. If not, all the money we're putting in there, it will go waste. Give them money. Ato, if we want this country, civil servant something. what's the name? They have something for head of civil service. Give the head of civil service money, because the resetting must go down there. The way they work, the mindset, they don't understand the system. You want to work with you want to today in 2025, human beings want to walk 21,000 acres to pick land. Some people are sitting in China. They have used Google to pick the land already. The world is moving. You have surveyors association. They want to walk on the ground. Akufo-Addo wanted to do some city from a railway from Accra to Paga, and people wanted to walk from here to Paga. You can fly a drone. The resetting agenda is not about only those who have chopped money. It is about your mindset. You want to walk from here to Paga. When you are sitting in an aeroplane, and the plane is telling you where you are in the sky, 30-something thousand feet, and it is telling you that you are flying over Bermuda Triangle, did a human being walk there to go? And the mindset, the kind of mindset that we have in this country as human beings, it has to change. It is part of the resetting.
And I agree with you, APLUS. And I'm saying this to suggest that there are many people who are passionate about resetting, like you said.
Yes.
You know, that the mindset has to change. Mindset has to change. But the other day I was teasing a friend of mine that we have all become NATO alliance. It's like no action, talk only.
It is true.
What should we put down on the ground to make sure that the mindset is changing and no longer just talk?
I think that it is going to be difficult. And that is why our education, we have to start from our education.
Yeah.
And then, apart from the education, the politicians are being blamed for everything. For everything is the politician. And the politician has the power. So you have to start showing them where power lies. Because everything is John Mahama. And John Mahama has the power to change everything. So if you are going to blame me for everything, then let's put pressure. Because, you see, there's one thing in Ghana. And that is why when I see media people, like journalists, and the journalists who are going to watch this, I want you to listen carefully. When I see media people fighting amongst themselves, I say, well, you guys, are you crazy? Civil service, they know that they won't come to work early, and they will sack them. And they will go to Labour Commission, they will strike, and you can't do anything about it. And that is why they will come together and form civil service, what. You people don't want to. So they have pitched camps, associations. You want to go and talk about cathedral. The Christian council, they're waiting for you. And when they tell you that, when the Pentecostal people tell you that they won't vote for you, that's where you see where. So all of these, they have come together. So it becomes very difficult. But the politician must find a way to go about it. You have to reset state agencies, institutions, government, all these institutions. You have to reset them. You have to start. You have to find a way. There should be a way. In my constituency, there are a lot of things that I do without saying. There are a lot of things that I do without saying, and you will fall in line. And I don't fight. I'm not the kind of leader who let's cut people's head so that it will change people's minds. No. I have a very smart way of going about things, and I don't fight. And everything works the way I want it. I use my character. That is one. My character. If I have to do things in this way, I know that it will influence others to do it in this way. So if you are talking about action, the politicians must start using their character to influence the people down there. Like Abuja, Minister for Roads. I saw him one day, he moved from Parliament, driving one small car himself, no policeman, nobody. He was just going. I said, And I was surprised to see the roads minister driving alone. He just moved his car from Parliament. He went. And I said, you see, when you start like this, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have the V8, he has it. But on a normal day, around town, he's coming from roads ministry to Parliament. I'm sure he just took some of this guy and said, Jack, my man call Parliament in Brescia. So there are a lot of things that you can do that will influence the people down there to do the right things. And I think that the politicians must also have a certain kind of conversation with the judiciary. So long as the politician is doing the right thing, we have to also put pressure on the people down there. And everybody will run to the court because of our democracy. And all of us must come and understand that we want to reset this country. And so when you are just down there misbehaving and the chief director cannot speak, and when the chief director speaks, you go to Labour Commission, democracy is not, it doesn't make democracy attractive to black people.
Is it because we've gone so far in our undemocratic way of doing things, they have become acceptable? I know we talk about resetting a lot, but most of the nasty things we do that affect the agenda to reset are nasty things that we accept, and we are very comfortable doing that. It's very comfortable to say I'm corrupt. It's very, very, and so
you see, my issue with corruption, and let me say this, I don't think there's anything wrong with a politician becoming rich.
There's nothing wrong with anybody becoming rich,
but
not just a politician.
But I want to deal with politicians.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a politician becoming rich. If you go to any civilized country, any developed country, the leaders are rich, the countries are richer, the people are okay. If you go to Saudi Arabia and tell them that their king flies a private jet, a gold-plated private jet, they'll look at you like, so? Because when they're getting married, maybe they get a house, they get their cars, they get some $100,000 as a startup for their family, they get free education, they get free. So if somebody's driving, so what? They don't care about those. It is only here in Africa that when the leader becomes rich, their countries become poor, and their people become poorer. And so when the people are agitating, what is it about? Price of maize is too high. Who in Saudi Arabia wants to fight over the price of maize? Who in UAE wants to complain about the price of maize? For what?
But don't you think there are two separate categories? For example, I agree with you that there's nothing wrong with a politician becoming rich. That's why I just put in a larger thing and said there's nothing wrong with anyone becoming rich. The problem, however, is how did you get rich and at what expense? And that's what I think people talk about.
If you are the president of, if you are the king of Brunei, president of the UAE, king of Dubai, you see that thing that they have built in Dubai, that whole city. They have to even give you plenty of money to go and chop. How you made that money shouldn't even concern anybody. You have built all this. How much money is too much? Any human being who has been able to build Dubai, give them, as I sit here, I want to buy a Rolls Royce Cullinan. Over $300,000, the new one, the most expensive one, nice one, black badge. My road from River Junction to Swedro is very bad. Then I wake up today, go and buy that Rolls Royce and drive on that road. What sense is in? So every day I tell myself that the day this road will be fixed, and I will be satisfied that a lot of roads in my constituency has been fixed, that day I will buy a Rolls Royce and drive on this. Before then, I have a 10-year plan. In 10 years, I should see my industrial park way gone. When you do such things, corruption does not become an issue. Here we are poor, you want to bath in the air. We are broke, you want to bath in the air.
That's what I was driving
That
to.
is where the issues,
the
conditions are different.
Yeah.
We don't have water at Spinters. You are looking for water to bath in the air. You understand? Yeah. So I don't see myself going to buy a Rolls Royce now to drive where? What message are you sending to the people? So it is something that I like. I even like a private jet. But I don't want to park my private jet at Kotoka. I have to have an airstrip in Gomwa so that when I fly my private jet and I land, somebody too coming from Canada, Gomwa person can also fly straight to Gomwa and land. All of us should land. If I am sick and I can go to hospital in America, at least if the person in Gomwa cannot go to America, they should also be able to have some health care that is better. But if I'm giving them a better health care in Gomwa, why will I go to America? Because I've already given the health care that is better. Gorgesburg built Kolebu. Why? Because they were taking ships to England for health care. Said, no, let's build some here. So it benefited them and it benefited the people. This is the kind of mindset, resetting. I keep telling people, when I die and you see 5,000 Ghana cedis in my account, somebody sent me Momo that morning. That morning now, or that night. Because everything I have, I want to put it in trust. In trust. In trust. We are building a whole special economic zone in trust. So that a Ghanaian company or Ghanaian entity can be more than 50 years old. How many Ghanaian-owned companies are more than 50 years? From Wache Mattress, Apia Minka, Pambros, whatever. Name, apart from Mechanical Lloyd, name how many Ghanaian companies are more than 50 years and are doing well. Because we are looking for me and my wife and my children. And when you die, it will collapse. Me and my wife and my children, I want to do something. All those who stole Ghana money from Kwame Nkrumah's time, their children are not better than us. Stop stealing. Your children won't do anything better. We came from the village to live in a kiosk in Dakuma Junction. Today, I'm sitting here with KSM. God is the one that will bless people. That is the kind of mindset, the resetting agenda. We have to reset this brain.
Yeah, fantastic. How is that going? What specific things can you point out to and be happy and say, wow, I know that we are on a resetting agenda? Do you see specifics?
Under John Mahama?
Yeah.
This is the first time in the history of this country where a president has left power. A government has left power for another government to take over. But projects under the previous government did not take a break. The road from the Pukwasi Road, it did not take a break. John Mahama does not politicize development.
Yeah.
The road...
That alone is resetting.
That is huge resetting. Look, that one alone, whenever anybody takes power after John Mahama, it has become the norm. John Mahama has set that standard. That when you take power, continue programs and projects of the previous government. Just continue. It is still Ghana. You will cut sword and they'll put your name there. You did it. So the resetting is that after John Mahama took power, the road from Accra to Cape Coast, which was started under Akufo-Addo, is still ongoing. The resetting is that the road, the Pukwasi interchange, is still ongoing. The resetting is that we are not paying for DSTV at Jubilee House. Somebody says, so, but how much will we spend on it? It doesn't matter. How much? When you put it together, it becomes much. That is part of the resetting. The resetting is that the president said, recruitment, make it open, transparent. Let everybody know what we are doing. Unfortunately, we lost some people.
Yeah.
But when you are trying to do something that is good, the person who built the aeroplane, how did he die? How many people have died in plane crashes before we improve and get here? So it is part of the resetting. We will get there one day. So John Mahama has done just too much. The resetting is that the dollar, the city has gained strength against the dollar. For the first time in so many years, we are not talking about the rate of depreciation. We are talking about appreciation and stability and strength. For the first time in so many years. If you look at the crisis years, 2022, 23, 24. If you look at the crisis years, the cedi depreciated like crazy. Under John Mahama, the resetting is that we can stabilize our cedi and make it strong. And some people say, oh, it is for a brief period. Brief periods can yield positive gains. I know a 1-minute man who gave birth to twins. It was brief, but he gave birth to beautiful twins.
I like that analogy. You know, 1-minute man
who gave birth to beautiful twins. Yeah. So brief periods can yield positive gains. I had to buy a house somewhere. The dollar was 16 point something. So if even the house was 100,000, and it was 16, and it came all the way to 10. Do you know how much I'll save? So even if it is for a brief period, we have the gains are many. This is part of the resetting. They say, oh, they are doing this. That is why it is stabilizing.
Then they say, oh, the cedi has appreciated by 30%. Inflation is down. Monetary policy rate is down. And so by Papa. Mr. Speaker, let me take my time to draw the attention once again to a few more things. In the beginning, we told them that, colleagues, this currency that has appreciated by 30% is a matter of fact, but it is because you are pumping dollars into the economy. Mr. Speaker, from January till now, the Bank of Ghana has pumped not less than 8 billion cedis to shore up, $8 billion, I beg your pardon, to shore up the currency.
Why didn't you do some? Why didn't you do some? So you know what they are doing, and you are not doing it. The resetting is that John Mahama does not have a company that takes loans from on behalf of Ghana and take commission. That is huge resetting.
And APLUS, do you think people are understanding it that way? Nobody is aware. No, we don't measure the resetting in terms of these things. We measure them in terms of individual thinking.
We are going to spend a lot of years telling Ghanaians about the good things that John Mahama is doing. And we will not wait for John Mahama to leave power. Before we, hey, look, we have all suffered that before. When John Mahama left power, then I came and said, hey, because I was part of those who criticized John Mahama. When he left power, hey, look, he was building, hey, he built harbor. Hey, he built airport. In the history of this country, there is no leader who has built a new airport, a new harbor. Nobody. And John Mahama has plans to build a third port. The MPS that you see at Tema, that was a whole new port that was built. The old one is still there. And we made noise that John Mahama had sold the old port.
Yeah, to some.
He has sold the port to some French people.
Over 2016, and I will turn Tema port operations. Would you free Gapo handsome? Ghana, Jumakuo Gapoha, Ghana Port Authority. And I would demand Ankura Jumakuo MDS. And a woman do on Sika get the room, and woman year Jumati won't get for 35 years. And this you're buying. And then the candidate, and I'm with the one for 35 years.
Let me say, I am ready to go to NDC. Sir Jomama, Timimba Cassette, my port not Tonyano. So Baba, your president, a dear Tina, beg your port to be. I'm a Ghana for. I am for NDC. Onka, Omena non kaka kanamembra NDC.
Ghana mebunuti munti scanto jinsi na. Sema say John Mahama na ye.
What on port no?
It was a whole new port that was built. And this time around, we are not going to wait, and we will not let those who want to use people to gain political capital to go around and tell people things that are not real. Yeah. We are going to spend a lot of time telling everybody about the good things that John Mahama is doing and explain to them.
The sad thing is that somehow we allowed so much falsehood to prevail that the falsehood started being interpreted as if it were true.
Yes.
And that was Mahama's...
yes. Look,
yeah,
when John Mahama left power, he said, oh, he built Bank of Ghana Hospital. Oh, he built the military hospital in Kumasi. Yes. Oh, he was building this here. Oh, he was doing this. And there is no way we are going to allow John Mahama to leave power because the agenda is there. People are pushing various agendas. I mean, once you do anything, I call the president and I tell him that they are lying.
What agendas are they?
Like all this KC and all, I will call the president. The president knows that I have told him that I don't want ministerial appointment. That is the last thing that I'll do with my life. My focus is go Mwamempe minister. So president, when I'm talking to him, he knows that I don't want anything. I'm just telling him, I've never gone to a president for a favor. If I'm telling something, it's about my free zones. Your Excellency, I would need you to be at an event. You want to launch this. It's not about I'm looking for a position to go and I don't like. So
let's talk about your free zones a bit, because that's something. Fachame, I'm apologizing here. We invite me, but
I understand.
So forgive me. I made a public apology. But remember, seriously, I'll tell you off why I couldn't come. But it was such a fantastic idea. I was like, hey, A+, like joke. Where did you get the idea for the free zone? Tell us a little bit about this free zones thing in Gomo.
You see, I am a strong in Chromais. And when we were growing up, the Pomaze Poultry Farm was very active.
Yeah.
And we used to, it was the birds that woke us up every morning. You know, when they feed the birds, our house was very close to the poultry farm. So anytime they fed the birds, you know, they will be jumping, they will be they make a lot of noise. And it was a huge poultry farm. So it was noise that will wake you up. And that is how we grew up for so many years. So the poultry farm is something that I grew up with. But that is not all. Growing up, I came to understand that Kwame Nkrumah wanted to industrialize that whole area. He vested every land that was there. Now, when he built the poultry farm in Pomaze, he came to a village called Ahweronkwanta and built the feed mill there. So when you drive from Winneba Junction to Swedro, on your right after Pomaze, you see a huge structure. That was the feed mill. Now, what that was for was to produce feed for the poultry farm. Then he set up a lot of farms and irrigation projects, the Ochrekon irrigation and all, to grow grain for the poultry farm. Then he set up the seed company on the Apam Road to store and produce grains, research into improved seeds and all for the feed mill to produce feed for the poultry farm. Then he set up the animal husbandry. So when we were kids, my father had a pig farm. So we go to the animal house, we go to the hatchery to take day-old chicks, those that die. We boil them and we give them we feed them to the pigs. So that was the same thing that we were doing. He also had a hatchery. So way back some 60 years ago, Kwame Nkrumah was not importing day-old chicks for Pomaze Poultry. They were hatching the birds there.
There was a hatchery right there.
There was a hatchery right there. So in this small enclave, Kwame Nkrumah wanted to industrialize that whole area. And I grew up. I look at the land still sitting down, nothing done. This is the second busiest trade corridor in Africa, the Lagos-Abidjan Highway. This is the second busiest trade corridor. And we have the ocean. When I stand by the ocean and I look at the horizon, what I see is that this is why slave trade went on here. Because from where I stand to Washington, there is no island, there is nothing. You go straight to Washington. So it means that trade from Cape Coast to the Caribbean, to Brazil, to the Americas was very direct. And this is why they were interested here. So many years ago, how did they know that you can leave here straight and go? These guys were thinking. And today, I have ChatGPT. I have YouTube. I have Instagram. I have social media. I have technology. Why can't we do something? Why can't we build something? We have to be able. And that is why I believe that we can do this. The 20 years that we spent under Rawlings was the same 20 years that they used to build the UAE. 20 years they used to build the UAE. They have oil. Today, only 5% of their revenue is coming from oil. 95% is coming from tourism, from other sources. Why can't we do same? What are we waiting for? What kind of mindset do we have? And I believe that we can build the biggest industrial park in my area. The only thing that the only problem I have is still the mindset. A lot of people, we are bad, no person. And the good thing is that, Kwame APLUS, you cannot stop me. Me, I've met God, I've had a conversation with God.
What did he say? What did you tell him?
I asked him that, how did you create black people, some of them, their brains, how did you create it? I don't understand them. It makes me go crazy. Why? Why are they so evil?
What was his answer? I'm very interested.
He said, we will make it. In 10 years, we'll build a new city in Gomoa. We are going to do it. You cannot stop it. That is the biggest problem that I have. Those who smile but will delay you for another 3 months, they are so dangerous. But I see them and I work ahead of them. Fortunately, I have the support of the president, 100%. He's forward-looking. He's visionary. I have the support of the trade minister, 100%. She's a great woman. I have the support of the Free Zones Authority. Like when I go to Free Zones, the way everybody come out of their offices to come and meet me, like, Kwame, so you forgot we will add this with the deputy CEO of Free Zones. That's fantastic people. And so we are going to work. We are going to build.
What does your zone consist of?
My zone consists of factory industries, commercial areas, and residential areas. We don't want to build a tema that is surrounded by a lot of slums. We want to build an industrial area that has decent living for people who work in the industrial area. And so we have demarcated areas for residential apartments for people who want to live in the area. In fact, what we have also done differently is that we are digitalizing land acquisition. Anybody can buy land in Gomorrah without seeing a chief, without ever setting foot in Lands Commission.
Really?
Yes, we have an app that we call DLAP that we are going to launch very soon. And what it does is that it allows you to purchase land without stress-free. It allows you to purchase land stress-free.
That a game changer.
A huge game changer. Stress-free. You don't ever see any chief. You don't ever see Lands Commission. You don't ever see any middleman. Just go online and deal with that. We take care of the chiefs. The chiefs are my people. They are all my people. We take care of them. We deal with them on the back end. But even when your land documents are ready, you'll get a notification that says your land document is ready. You go on the app and you can download your land document. We are going to change everything. We are resetting. John Mahama has shown us that we can use our brains to think. And I've had a lot of conversations with the president on this. We are going to do, look, my boss, the president, the other day said he's going to build a city from that place to that. You know, I meet him, I tell him that, Your Excellency, see the kind of mindset that me I have. Me, I'm on the ground. Oh. Your feasibility studies will take 5 years.
Just the studies.
Yes. I am done with my feasibility. Yeah. People don't, sometimes you don't blame the president. If you are not strong like JM, you just give up.
What do you think he is going through? You have said that your own free zones thing, and I sense some of the frustration you're going through when you meet minds that cannot even see what you see. What do you think the person is going through trying to reset?
He's a strong guy. I admire him. And in all of that, he takes it easy. You see, Rollins was slapping. He had story of Rollins slapping people and all. I understand him, and I know exactly why he would do that. But to go through all of that and still smile through it and become and have solutions at every turn, it's a skill, and I believe that John Mahama is a blessing. We have to come together, whether you like GM or not. He's going through a lot. Look, the things that his own people do. Major Mama is my Konkonsa partner. We have been doing Konkonsa small.
What do you Konkonsa about?
I would die with it.
Tell me one thing Konkonsa about that will not affect national security.
I would die with it. Even the fun, even the joke. Even the joke, I would die with it. But me, I've been chopping Konkonsa. Yes, you see this one. This one is no good. Yes, and GM is not the kind of person. He will just smile. But when you see the action, I did something that GM does not even know that I admire him so much. I went somewhere and I called GM and he didn't pick. Well, I wanted him to speak with somebody. But later on, I realized that if the president had spoken with that guy, it would have been the worst mistake that. But later I realized that he knew that I was going there.
That's why.
But he just wanted me to hear. And that's why GM, he's an intelligent man. So even though he wanted me to hear and inform him, he didn't pick the call. Because he personally must not, but he wanted the information. You understand? So even though GM, I've not told him that, hey, you see this day you didn't talk to this person, it was good. I know that sometimes he will sit down and say, see, this is my small brother.
What's the person thinking about you now? Because the person knows who he is.
Yes.
And you call so that, and so right now he knows you're talking about them.
Oh no, he can know that I'm talking about them, and they know that it was not right for the president to talk to them. Yes, and so they can know they are not an issue.
So, but you seem to be very, very fond of jam.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. So let me throw this out there. One of the biggest debates now will he understand that he has done his bit in Tionko, or you are one of those that are going for third term?
I am 100% third term person. Not because I want GM to go for a third term, but it's because I don't believe in term limits. I just don't believe in term limits. Listen, we are not there yet. If Akufo-Addo had contested for a third term, he would have lost more than Bawumia. Ghanaians don't care about who is incumbent. They will vote against you. So Ghanaians will vote against those who in this country can tell me that if Akufo-Addo contested in 2024, he would have won. But maybe if he knew he was going to contest, he would have done things different. But he knew that he was going. He doesn't care. Unlike GM, who knows that, I have just one term, but let me do everything that I can for my people before I leave. These are two different people. But Akufo-Addo, if he contested in 2024, he would have got, maybe he would have gotten about 10%. He was going to lose. So I don't believe in terms. What I believe is that if we have somebody who is building, we must allow the person to build. Until we
watch Parliament recently? The last one? No third term. Mahama, no third term. Mahama.
No third term. No third term. No third term. No third term. No third term.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
What was your reaction?
They know, they can see what is happening in just one term. So they know that if there is a third term, they will never come to power again. So they are fighting their personal, what the fight is in their personal interest. Can you imagine John Mahama having another 4 years to build this country? You are talking about Las Vegas. John Mahama will build. All the man is looking for is a legacy everything is looking for a legacy project. Look, John Mahama himself has stated clearly that he doesn't want a third term. He himself has stated that he doesn't want a third term. So why is anybody shouting? No, the man said, me, I don't want a third term. Why are you shouting? Because you are scared that the Gen Zs will one day get on the street and say, John Mahama, we won't allow you to go anywhere. It is possible. The new generation, they don't have tradition. The Gen Zs, the Dan Kwabuzia and Keda and what, they don't have any loyalty.
No.
Who is taking care of us, our basic needs? That's the person we want. So the reason why people are shouting, no third term, John Mahama, how can you tell somebody who said that, I'm not going to Accra, that we will never allow you to go to Accra? The man said, I'm not going to Accra. You to say you will not go to Accra. So they are scared that one day the people of Ghana will rise in their numbers and say, JM, we want you. And let me tell everybody, the country called Ghana belongs to the people of Ghana. They should go and read the Constitution, the first paragraph of the Constitution. The preamble will tell you that this country belongs to the people. And whatever the people want, majority of the people want, that is what we have to give to them. So their fear is not John Mahama. John Mahama is tired. He wants to go home. Leave something, go home and sleep. But everybody is scared that there can be a movement that will say, you are not going anywhere. Let's keep developing until we are tired with you. And now, you'll find people who say, hey, we know law, the whole world. Hey, we come from Yale. We have gone to all the school. Hey, I'm professor, whoever. I know the law. The law has shown that if we want to remove term limits or we want to change anything, this is the way to go about it. And you are saying that we shouldn't even test it, and you mean that you are lawless. You are a lawless person. Why are you not abiding by the law? Why are we making it look like if you want to change term, if you want to remove term limits, it is a crime? The constitution that we are all following, the one that gives me the freedom to come and sit here and talk, is saying that if you want to remove term limits, do this. If you want to change president, these are entrenched clauses. If you want to, why can't we test it?
There's a procedure.
Are we robots? We are human beings. So we have to test it. Not in favor of John Mahama, but that is the law. Justice Tufo versus Attorney General, Justice Soa stated clearly. It is clear he stated clearly that the Constitution must be treated as a living organism capable of growth. It has to grow. Why do you want to stay here? You know all the law, but you want to stay at one place. No. Somebody is going to test the law. Even John Mahama cannot stop us from testing the law. We are not interested in term limits. If China, they had term limits, they won't develop. UAE, all the countries that have developed, they are more sensible than us. They are going to space and all. They have removed term limits. Some of them don't have at all. Some of them have different laws that favor their progress. We will also test it.
And that has been APLUS. Kwame, what's the real name?
You know, I was not born on Saturday.
Kwame.
You know, Kwame Nkrumah was not born on Saturday.
Yeah. Kofi? He was born on a Friday.
Good. Me, I was born on Sunday.
Really?
Yes.
So where does the Kwame come from?
My father named me after his uncle. So Kwame is not like the day I was born. Kwame is my first name.
I see. Now APLUS, you say.
My maths teacher, Yaoredu, late Yaoredu, may so rest in peace. He gave me APLUS.
Wow. So it became Kwame APLUS. Show some love. Well, folks, this has been a very, very, very solid edition of Unfiltered, because I had my son, Kwame APLUS, here, and he went unfiltered. Kwame, it's been great listening to you, man. And, man, we have to do this again, because I remember all the predictions you made when you came here about winning the seat. Mm-hmm.
The NDC must treat me very well. I decided to caucus with them.
Yeah.
And they have to treat me. If not, I'll make history as the first independent candidate, a member of parliament to win a re-election. It has never happened in the history of Ghana. I've made history by being the first person to win as an independent candidate in the central region. And if they don't treat me well, I'll be the first independent.
What would consider that they didn't treat you well?
They have to fix my roads. That's why we caucus with them. Okay. It's very important.
Yeah.
They have to fix the road from Winneba Junction to Odan. Odan, Winneba Junction, Swedro, Odan, these are big towns. You can't have bad roads. Yeah. And they have to fix the road. Yeah. I hear that there are people who are going about and say, if they fix the road, APLUS will win the next election. They'll say he fixed it. So I'm going to tell the people that NDC said they won't fix your road. Though. So wait until their candidate comes. So then remove them and bring it. Yeah, maybe I'm so strategic.
Yes.
They have
silly politics can be, but thank God they have people.
Yeah, they have people like
yes,
you understand. So they have to fix our roads. It's very, very important. Very, very central region. We have gone through a lot in terms of.
This is not coming from you.
Yeah.
APLUS, NDC, Muntiti, you.
Yeah.
And yes, sir.
Whatever decision I'll make in terms of contesting in 2028 will be based on what they do.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is that anybody who contests me, like I told you before, anybody who contests me, I'll beat them, hands down. I'm surprised that people are wasting their money to campaign. They will lose. Yes. Any research that says APLUS won't win in Gomua Central is fake.
Okay.
It's simple. In Gomua, until I don't want to contest again. Until then.
Show him some love one more time, man. So, quickly, before you go, man.
Yep.
You
know, this is how I sit on UTV, and the old women, they say they like it.
The women like it?
Yeah. They say, what TV is not count?
Quickly, before you leave, your thoughts on Parliament, because when I watch Parliament, I don't know whether because many, they say, who never be asked and
Yep.
I don't know whether it's, or you are a young guy, you are in the midst. Yeah. What's your opinion?
I think that we are also an institution that is growing. There's a lot of improvement that must be made. We have to appreciate the Speaker. The Speaker of Parliament must be appreciated. Look, in Ghana, we don't celebrate our heroes whilst they are alive. And Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker Babin, I don't know how we can tell his story. Look at this Parliament. 188 and 87 or whatever. Look at the chaos. So look at what the Speaker had to go through to hold it together when it was 137.
Yeah.
You need a certain skill. You need to have a certain mindset. And Right Honorable Speaker Babin has done that with some
dexterity,
experience, because he has come from minority leader through deputy all the way to the Speaker of Parliament, and he's doing very well. We as members of Parliament, the last time that the fight happened, I was in Parliament, and what they were doing there was not directly affecting Gomua, so I was sitting back there and watching them. My whole interest is what affects Gomua directly. So I tried to stop them. Many of them on both sides are my friends. I saw the Samir Okus, Befi, many of them Okre, MP, and then I saw my friends on the majority side. So I was trying to stop them because the cameras were there, and we are sending a certain signal to the people out there. And the place that made me sad was when the Speaker was up on his feet and people were still standing. we have to show respect to the Speaker. The Speaker was standing and people were still standing. The Speaker is a Supreme Court judge sitting there. And it is important to accord him that we can do...
What's your advice to the Parliament?
I think that we can do better. I look at them and I smile. Yeah, but where we are now, people say, oh, APLUS doesn't speak in Parliament because he doesn't understand the English that they are speaking. Of course, I know that the people who built the Great Pyramids, they didn't look for English professors. Those who built the Great Walls of China, they didn't use English professors. So that is not even an issue. But I sit down and I look at them, and some of the things that go on, like destroying members of Parliament, destroying microphones and all, that was a bit uncalled for. That was we make the laws. That's a shame. We make the laws. So sometimes I sit down
and they are called honorable.
Yes, and you see, especially when you have come from opposition and the people of Ghana, I think that our people on the other side, the MPP, they still don't understand the mindset of Ghanaians. If they did, they would do things differently, because you need Ghanaians. You see, you can agrada. Today you see people on social media say, oh, no, why am mobile? Oh, Munja. That is Ghanaian. You see, Ghanaians will feel some sympathy for you once you are remorseful, once you make them. But you came from this whole this government, they don't respect. They are this all the way to Parliament to fight. They will never. It will take a long time. Calm down. Our people must calm down. They must touch the heart. Look, Patrick Boama alone. If you have 5 Patrick Boamas in MPP, if you have 5 Oponkromers in MPP, they will change a lot. Because, you see, you have to understand Ghanaians. The Patapa won't work. It is not working. It has not worked. So, I think that our people, everybody is doing their best in their own small corner. But let's try as members of Parliament. It is very important that I came to Parliament and I started fighting with Attorney General. The next day I released a statement to say, look, I'm sorry. It doesn't take anything away from me. It doesn't mean that he's my friend. When I see him in Parliament, we talk. But when you are wrong, you are wrong. Everybody must calm down.
And it's been unfiltered. I want to say thank you one more time to APLUS, Honorable APLUS.
Oh,
hey, Honorable.
You know that I came here without my. You know, every MP has a police.
You came alone.
My policeman, I say you should go and sleep. It's time. So please, as for the honorable, it makes life very difficult for me. Kwame, call me Kwame.
Kwame.
Yes.
Kwame, that was it, folks. So that's it, man. Kwame, before we finish, you don't have a show here. I call it the. You know they have 9 lessons and carols.
Yes.
At Cactus Creek, we have 3 days, not 9. No. 3 days of fun and buffet.
Oh, wow.
On the 25th, 26th, and 27th, you can come for the buffet at Cactus Creek in the lunch. And on that same day, once you have come for the buffet, you are entitled to a free performance from KSM.
Oh, wow.
But
I want to ask something.
Please.
Cactus Creek is beautiful. Look, just go on Google, your Google Maps, enter Cactus Creek, come here. It's a very beautiful place. I will not compare it to anywhere else before some people come and start chasing me. But this is one of the most beautiful places on the mountain here in just a little after Ebri. Just come here and see for yourself. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. The first day I came here, you will love it. Please come at night with your girlfriend.
And that was APLUS, man. And by all means, do take your advice. I'll just add, because I'm a married man, come with your wife. Folks, we shall catch you on the other side on Unfiltered. See ya. Thank you.